Understandable smooth shit that murderers move with. Understandable smooth shit.
POPAVIST made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we getting to.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Jump out of the bed like what the M's. I know the vibes. Yeah. Yeah, 2 times. You know how we do.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
She said,
ooh la la, ah
then the beat go.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee.
Hey.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la.
Looking for abs like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed. What it do, people? Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to everybody in the back. Yeah, kid. That feeling on a Tuesday. We do got the club going up on a Tuesday. Hope everybody out there feeling blessed. But while you feeling blessed and feeling energetic, because you now tuned in to POPAVIST, real, raw, uncut, unscripted, authentic, that feeling, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Yes, we live. We rolling. Yeah, best thing rolling right now. Tell me I'm lying. I'll wait. Nah, whatever y'all watching, I'm out there in these YouTube streets too. But before we get into all that, you know how we do. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now, folks. We in the end game. That's the good tea. Long ass fucking day. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody that come from work doing whatever you do, but that's not the end game for you. You want to build and do some other shit. So when you come home from work tired, you still do what you got to do. This is not the same thing, but I did just think of that. So shout outs to anybody that's on the grind and they come home and get on their grind to do what they got to do for themselves. Let's purge on them. Let's purge. See the mask. You know what I mean? I was out here Halloween weekend with that joint on, telling y'all then, and the other video I did. Now, fast forward, telling y'all now. Tomorrow, the inauguration. You know what I mean? The inauguration. Joe Biden, he's in. Harris, they in. Shit is spooky out there in the Washington streets. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all care? Are y'all going to watch the shit? Does it matter? Do you feel invigorated? Like, seeing, on my timeline, some people posting it up, showing it beautiful, how it look and all that. And it's like, it's cool. But for me personally, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get over well, I ain't gonna say I can't get over it. I'm just saying I'm still looking with the side eye for me personally. With that whole, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. But you're black. Lethal Weapon. I mean, Joe Pesci. But you're black. Yeah, we are black. Black and brown, you know what I mean? And it's just like, it's a slap to the face, you know what I mean, to me. And then also the video, that's, we all seen it. If you didn't see it, go Google it. You know what I mean? Joe Biden speaking to to the Senate. You know what I mean? The people at the Capitol where they rated. Like, yeah, we need to do everything we can to put all cases on these motherfuckers and send everybody to Pelican Bay. Have you playing ball in Pelican Bay? You know what I mean? LeBron on them. You know what I mean? Swish and all that. No look hands and all that. Threes without looking, running up the court and all that. Like, yeah, so, and then obviously Harris as well, former prosecutor and all that. Like I told y'all, it's either like, and I hate to be graphic, but I'm going to be graphic again. It's like garbage truck juice you got to drink, or you got to, drink some spoiled milk that just came out of a cow or some nasty shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's both nasty, and you got to drink it because this is Fear Factor, and we Persian right now. So it's like, you know what I mean? You the captain now. Tomorrow, you the captain of your shit. You know what I mean? I'm the captain now. You the commander-in-chief. So however you move forward, that'll be on you. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not mad or knocking the people that feel like they won and it's finally over. Like, I wasn't a fan of Trump, you know what I mean? But it's funny how the tables turn and shit was all good just a week ago, which I want to talk about today. Because there ain't really too much going on in sports. There's only 2 NBA games, a couple of hockey games. I put a little chicken dinners on something. Hopefully we win. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, now we'll start getting into the NBA and more stuff like that because football is over. For the whole week, all they're going to do is hit you with who the best quarterback, Brady and Aaron Rodgers. And we know who the better quarterback is. It's Aaron Rodgers, hands down. But we know who had the better career, hands down. And that's Brady. That's why he's the GOAT. You know what I mean? 9 times Super Bowl. 6 of them came home with that bag. You know what I mean? And it's all about organization, who they put around you and team, as opposed to NBA. I mean, you need a good team on the NBA too, but in the NBA, you playing defense and offense. Like, so you really got to say when you one of those dudes. But let's bring it back. You know what I mean? So the inauguration is tomorrow. You know what I mean? They're going to have the troops out there because they hearing whispers in the streets. People might come dressed up, ready to, you know, do some old other fuckery type crazy shit. You know what I mean? And then get sent home on some house arrest. Like, you can't make this stuff up, folks. Like, this is America. Don't get you slipping. Police be tripping. Like, for real, this shit is America. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not over, you know, zealous because of tomorrow. Like, you want to watch, I'll probably watch to see if anything crazy happened, you know, depending on where I'm at, what time is it. I don't even know what time it is, but I know on the Revolt channel on YouTube, you know what I mean, told y'all, I'm in these YouTube streets. They should have never let me. Like, I'm just fucking around, though. But they promoting it crazy, you know what I mean? That's Diddy in them, right? Ain't Revolt TV, Revolt Nation and all that, that's Diddy. So they, you know what I mean, they promoting the, you know, the new propaganda that's about to swing through them doors. You know what I mean? I think for like the last 2 days, they even having like live performances and shit been going on about the, you know, the coming of the new regime and out with the old. Then I caught a clip of that new, well not new, but the Trump video that he put out. You know what I mean? It wasn't a live video. It was like the last video, you know, to say like I'm out of here and he wish America well and just like some crazy shit like this. We in the Matrix and we in the end game. And that's why y'all gonna keep hearing me say that. We in the end game. Can't make this shit up. Scrolling through the timeline. No, not scrolling through the timeline. I said that already. Somebody sent me some crazy shit in these New York streets, nigga, with the 8-ball jacket on and all that. And I couldn't even watch the video. I was surprised. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is this? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The fuckery that happened in the train station with the 2 dudes and all that. Like, whoa. Is it that serious? I mean, then you put the mask back on. Now, shout out to Papers. I know you're not tuned into the channel, but I know that's why when shit first happened, and we had the masks up and all that, and you can shop with Pop and still get the fly masses, by the way. You know what I mean? Shop with Pop on Instagram. But when the shit first happened, and a few people, you know what I mean? They was, you know, talking about people putting the mask on, but then, you know, you're going to do some freak off crazy shit. So it's like it don't even matter. Like you don't even care about your health or none of that. You don't even care about the embarrassment of possibly being seen. Like that's what's going on. Like in what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? With social media, and this shit is the Truman Show. But except he didn't know that what was going on until the end of the movie, and he found out. Like, you know what I mean? In our cases, people that's on social media, whether you got a channel like me now, you know what I mean? Shouts to everybody that got a channel. You know what I mean? Putting up good content. Even on Instagram, whatever, you know, we post our shit. We post shit that we doing. Not me. And I don't post everything because I feel like everything shouldn't be posted up. Certain things is private, and then there's days that I don't even post at all. Like, I just fall off the face of the mat. Like, you know what I mean? It's not purposely, but it's like, yeah, nigga may not have time for, or you may just not have the energy to put towards that. You know what I'm saying? And it's Tuesday, so it's Transformation Tuesday. What you working on, how you working it, and is it working for you? Because we are all like, we want to know what you doing, what you working on. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it can help us. Maybe it can't. But with that being said, the Truman Show is like, people is not embarrassed no more. Or it's really no fucks given, like they said. I know that's kind of mean. It means other things, like you may not give a fuck what people think about you or what people saying. It's used for a lot of different things, but it's really used for shit that we put out there for the world to see, to not give a fuck about. Like, that was some low down, dirty, scoundrel shit. Like, even if it was woman and a man. Like, we done seen clips, people, fucking on the side of the highway or in the train. You know what I mean? So, but this was the ultimate. That shit was like a comforter. Like, you cannot make, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, Greenie in the morning. Like, that's why that shit is so funny, even though he referring to when the Jets lined up with one person playing the Patriots and they just did some dumb shit, try to hike the ball and they just sacked him. You know what I mean? But after that clip, it was like, what are we doing? Like, are we really doing this? So that's just crazy. You know what I mean? But let's move on. Kyrie, you know what I mean, made an appearance. Obviously, got to talk to the media. Been going since the beginning of the year. Like, I mean, we still in the beginning. Since the beginning of January, like the 5th. Missed 7 games. Back now in the camera like this and shit. Like, so, I'm talk to the team. If you seen it, you seen it. And if you know. It's like it just looked like, damn, like I hate that he got to do this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he don't want to talk to nobody. And I'm not knocking him, you know what I mean? He wants some Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. I'm just here so I don't get fined. What you say? I'm just here so I don't get fined. Y'all know why I'm here. I'm just here so I won't get fined. Now, I mean, cheers to that. We in the end game. Like, damn it, man. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. It's a lot of fuckery going on. So my advice is, if you can, stay away from the fuck shit. Don't be down with the fuck shit. Don't be encouraging the fuck shit. Don't be consumed by the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? If you out there right now when you down with the fuck shit, then I'm talking to you. Talking to you in the back, because you look like you definitely down with the fuck shit. Like, shit. You know what I mean? Other news. Homie from the Mets. You know what I mean? I'll get back to Kyrie in a second. I want to stick to the fuck shit. Because you can't make it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't make it up. The dude from the Mets, Porter, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, the former general manager for the Mets. And this is a topic, well, probably on Jalen and Rose. They, you know what I mean? They probably wouldn't hit the Method Man button and keep it moving. He probably would have talked about this too. But I got a different spin on it. Like, you know what I mean? I know they castrating her, the females in the news media. They all disgusted and all. We are, and I'm disgusted too. I mean, I'm disgusted for him in this sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand with these people that got a couple dollars. And he got a couple dollars. You the GM of the Mets. And prior to that, you was with the Chicago Cubs. I don't know if he was a GM over there. I don't, like I said, he looked like a regular dude. If you seen him on the train or outside, you would just pass. I wouldn't have known he was the former, general manager of the Mets. I wouldn't have known that. I'm not, I'm not into it like that. And it doesn't matter to me. Mets is trash. I hope with the new, the new regime and all that, they get better. They're a New York team. But anyway, so apparently he sent, some foreign lady that was a reporter or whatever, whatever it was, like 60 text messages. Obviously, he didn't get the memo. She's not that into you. She's not into you at all. And then finally, when, after you don't get no response, they reporting that he sent a lewd picture. He probably sent the dick pic, like, you know what I mean? Like, look at my dick. You know what I mean? But why is what I'm asking. And then I'm saying, I hope this don't rub nobody the wrong way, but it is what it is. It's like when you of, a certain caliber type of person, or you reach, I won't even say certain type, because he's obviously a low caliber person if you're doing that. I just meant to say, if you got a bag, you got bread, you got a couple millions, and obviously that position, I'm assuming he got a couple $1 million. You don't gotta chase down or, send no millions of texts to some foreign lady. What's wrong with you? Just go buy some pussy. Like, bro, you know how many fans-only pages and Instagram models that's waiting? They probably don't even know who he is, and that's the point that I want to make. They wouldn't know who he was. He hit them, go on them fan pages and all. That's all they really waiting for, some of them. They waiting for the right proposition. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm going to subscribe, and I also got $1,000. What's popping? That's what you going for or what? I'm on the buy. What's happening? Cut the chase. He could have got plenty of them. He could have got some, you know what I mean, chicks on the gram or wherever they at with those, you know, backdoor back lines, with the bat line offices. You know how, you know what I mean? Easily got some buns. Like, you could have got whatever you wanted. You a millionaire. There's no need for you to take the, you know, to keep texting around. I mean, I haven't seen her, so I don't know if she's drop dead gorgeous. I don't know how she look, if she's average at best. Oh, baby. Can't wait to talk about those YouTube channels. Like, that shit is just a whole nother world. You know what I mean? The red pill, the blue pill, the pink pill. Can't make, yo, this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like a war going on outside. No man is safe. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Prodigy. But, and you getting that type of money. You know what I mean? You a millionaire. You ain't got to rape nobody. You don't got to drug nobody. You don't gotta go through none of the hassle. You the 1% of the fucking dudes. Like, yo, listen, this is what I like, this is what I want. What it's gonna cost if that's what you gotta do. Yeah, if you're not married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was the other dude from the Elliot Spitzer? He was on it heavy, back paging it up to them high profile joints, like, and then said he had a situation. You married with kids, like, so it doesn't look good for you. But if you single or, you know, however you rolling, if you ain't really got to worry about no blackmail or nothing like that, you can buy all the buns you want. Like, they out there for you to buy. Keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Remind me of a quick little tidbit. This, you know what I mean? This ain't got nothing to do with sports right now. There's some other niggas is wilding in the streets. Wilding for respect. But he's an El Bozo because you lose your job, you get embarrassed. That's the most thing. I mean, like, you just embarrassed. He ain't commit no crime. So, you know, as far as getting caught for buying prostitution, like the Spitzer, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's no shame in that regard. He didn't commit any crimes. It's just harassment, and you sent the unsolicited dick pic to somebody that didn't want it. You know what I mean? Or whatever he sent, a lewd picture. But you ain't even got to do all that. Like, you got the pick of the litter. Like, you can choose anybody you want that's with the shits. Like, oh yeah, 500? Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you flying me out? Where we going? What we doing? There's plenty of people and chicks like that on the internet where you ain't even got to do what he did and be embarrassed. Like, you know, if you're not embarrassed about buying buns. And the people that usually got the money to buy buns are not embarrassed. Not at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not embarrassed at all. It's like supply and demand. You got what I want, and I got the money to pay for it. And what was the dude, the wrestling dude coming out? I think his name is Mr. Perfect, or one of them when wrestling was, you know, when I was watching it, Hulk Hogan and all that. It was one dude I used to always say, it might be Mr. Perfect, everybody got a price. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he used to, like, make deals or, like, I'm going to make you an offer you can't pretty much refuse. So he ain't have to do all that, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. Moving on. Fan pages. Fat Joe and them got Fat Joe and DJ Khaled. They said they got a fan page. You know what I mean? Together. And, you know, Twitter, Black Twitter, you know, for fun, a lot of the memes and all that was like, oh, I don't know if I want to look both of them. And you know why? It's because it's perception of what fan page only is. But it's not for, you know, the undertone of what we know it to be. It's not just that. It's not just chicks on there selling buns, even though that's what it's for. I mean, I did a video on that back when they first, you know, locked us down, you know, so go see the other video I did, like Kanye pulled up, you know what I mean? I already gave my thoughts on that. And get your money how you get it, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't never, even though we all judgmental in some way and we have some bias of how we live, our perceptions, what we feel was low value or low morals, like, oh, I would never, you know what I mean? There's certain things you do. We all human. But, you know, I don't sit on no high horse like, oh, and look down. You know what I mean? I can still judge, but I just for the personal. And, you know, maybe now I share because I got the channel and y'all can leave y'all comments on, you know, what you think as well. But with that being said, it was like, oh, you know, it's funny because like, what the fuck these niggas got fan pages for? Like, we see Joe every day on live, you know what I mean, interviewing people. He got, you know, he trying to say he gonna be the Oprah of, you know, the interviews on the gram and all that. And he do be having some interesting interviews. That's why I told y'all, I tune in. I'm looking, you know, when the time presents itself to see who he interviewing and see what type of questions he asking, etc. And he been in the game for so long. he knows some of the stories, so it's good theater, so to speak. You know what I mean? To get the backstories. But I wasn't up in arms when I'm like, you know, when I seen like, oh, they got a fan page. But I know why some people are like that, because like I said, the undercurrent is for bun selling. That's what it is. And then, you know what I mean? Anytime I seen something on one of them, because I told you I did a video for research. And I'm like, what's the best ones to follow, what they charging and all that. So I had to do a little digging. And it's like, yeah, I want to, this is why you would subscribe to my fan page, because I'm going to put stuff up on here that can't be censored by Instagram, or, you know, that Instagram may deem inappropriate. Like, you see some of this stuff that's on there. I mean, if you a guy, you know what I mean, or maybe if you're a woman too, like looking at women. As soon as when you go to the Explorer page, it's, you know what I mean, camel toes and tight joints and all that stuff. You can pretty much show a lot of shit. So if you're thinking it's like, oh no, you subscribing because I'm gonna get to show you some shit that you can't see on it, then what are you showing us then? Like, if we could see the camel print of you sitting up in your chair like this and all that, and we could, you know what I mean, zoom in, which I do. Yeah, you know what I mean? And we see what you working with, show us what you working with. Then what the fuck do you want to show us off camera? It gotta be, you know what I mean? Like, so, and again, you do what you do. I'm just pointing it out. Like, this is one of the reasons why I was like, yeah, subscribe, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna show you some shit that you can't see on there. And I'm just thinking like, well, if I could see all this shit here, why the fuck I need to subscribe? But the point is, it's still for business, whether it's that business or it's a transaction in the back office going on. So when I read it, like, oh, they probably about to do some exclusive content that they don't want on none of the other social media platforms. They're gonna put it on here and get you to subscribe, get you to put some chicken dinners up. So I never thought of it like, oh, but I understand why people looking at it like that. And again, it's perception, which brings me to this. And then I get back to Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean? TARIQ, yeah, go son, power. They say this is a big, rich town, you know what I mean? You love it. I love it. We all love it. It's great theater. It's great storytelling. It's compelling. It's must watch TV if you rock with it. And if you've been rocking with it, then yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because that's how I felt when I first got up on it. I was late a couple years ago when it came out. I was like, I got up on it late. So I had to binge watch and catch up, and I did. But with that being said, it was at one point in time where he was looked at like the dumbest, craziest, like you hate this, like, you know what I mean? You hated him because of the moves and shit he was making and doing, the stuff he was doing. It was unbelievable. Then got his sister killed and was in, you know, when we was in Washington with 50, you know, drinking lean and getting tricked and just being manipulated and looking like El Bozo, right? Fast forward, now he's Little Ghost for real, like, you know what I mean? Strategic moves, playing chess, not checkers. He's the illest. Like he told his moms, no, I'm a monster. Like, I'm a killer. Like, he's that dude now in our minds because of the narration of the story, how, you know, the story is being told and how we perceive him to be. You know what I mean? We love Ghost. If you follow the series, you know what I mean? Right or wrong, he's a straight killer, drug dealer, businessman, but we love him, right? We love the idea of him, you know what I mean? And the character, we grew with him, his complex, his layers, and all that shit that the good writers are able to inject into their shows. With that being said, now, you know what I mean, now that the season's over, we're waiting for the Raising the Canaan. I think that's what it is, the book 3 Canaan book, you know what I mean? Smart, 50 Cent, super smart, salute to him. Power moves. See how I play with that? But now he, like I said, he's the son of the year. Like you look at him different now because you see that he's being more complex. He went through certain things as a well, he's still young, he's in college, but you know, as a teen, and now he's a young man and learning, you know, and picking up lessons and stuff from his pops and other people he's been around. He's a complex dude, had a complex, obvious life. So we love it now. Like, oh, now we can't wait till it swing back around to him to see how he's evolved and what he's doing. Because it's all about perception. You know what I'm saying? And how people perceive you is not always true. You know what I mean? Obviously. But it's also how the narration of the story is being told and how people are buying into it. You know what I mean? Same thing with sports. Storylines is be written in the playoffs. Legacies is made or not made. You know what I mean? Like Buffalo Bills, just an example, because it's coming off. You know what I mean? 4 times straight to the Super Bowl, lose. And the perception is that's some loser shit because they didn't win the big game. But, you know, the other side for the people that's viewing it like, nah, we didn't win the big game, but do you know how hard it is to get to not 1, not 2, that's some LeBron shit, not 1, or he started at 2, not 2, not 3, not 4. They went to 4 back-to-back Super Bowls, super hard. In fact, Patrick Mahomes got a chance to be, and he's going to play. We all know he's going to play. Like they could play with it all they want on the big network. He's still in protocol. That man is going to play for the Kansas City Chiefs Sunday. Book it. Anyway, he could win 2 Super Bowls back-to-back, and it hasn't been done since the Patriots did it. So it's hard to win back-to-back Super Bowls. So imagine how hard it is to go 4 times. But the perception is that they was losers, scrubs, like second place. Nobody, you know what I mean, really remembers. But for the people that was on the team, the players, like the dedication, the hard work, the grind, the grit, the toughness, like to get there 4 times in a row, even though losing, must be heartbroken, you know what I mean? So I'm rooting for the Bills, yeah, you know what I mean? I was going to get a picks tomorrow, but this is who I want to see in the Super Bowl. I want to see the Bills for the New York team, even though they upstate, they not the, oh my, how they know over there, they not the New York team, the Giants. Still want to see them go. And I want to see Brady. I like Aaron Rodgers and all that, but the reason why I want to see Brady get there is because the Super Bowl is in Tampa Bay. Like if it was in Green Bay, which I don't think it never been, it's too cold out there. Maybe so. I know when in 2014 or 15, it was in New York. You know what I mean, cold city. But no team never made it to the Super Bowl with the game in they backyard. So to me, that'd be a first. I would love to see it. Obviously, if it's Kansas City and it's Aaron Rodgers, then that'd be the first Super Bowl all over again. And which one is this, 56 or 55? I think it's 55. So back to Kyrie. He just looked like he being forced. And I know obviously he kind of is because he's under contract. You sign up, you got to do those, you know, those press conferences or after the game. You got to talk to the media, like, you know what I'm saying? But he just looked like he just drained and is just like, damn it, man, really don't want to be here. Like, again, on some, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But as far as the basketball looked good, I mean, without Kyrie. But now that he's coming back, they say he might play tomorrow. You know what I mean? Wednesday. You know, it's just the topic of can they do it without him win a championship? And like anytime you got 2 of the best, you know, players in the world, and I'm going to say, when I say bad, I mean the top 10, even though Kevin Durant is in the top 5. And Harden can be considered top 5 as well. Super nice. You know what I mean? It's only, you know, it's only the top 10. There's only been so many NBA players, and obviously there's only a few that's top 10, top 5, top 20 best players. You know what I mean? But with that being said, yeah, they could win. They could come out the East. I don't think they could win. You know what I mean? They definitely probably could come out the East with the team that they got. Too bad Dinwiddie got hurt. You know what I mean? But they still got a solid team that's going to play hard. Plus, Kevin Durant is top 1 or 2 players in the league, if not number 1 when he was fully healthy. Some say. Obviously, people going to still give it to LeBron, you know what I mean? But how should he feel? Was that adding to, he just looked depressed, you know what I mean? Like, really just looked sad, stressed, you know, like a lot is going on. And he said it could be overwhelming. So whatever it is, you know what I mean? Hopefully he get, you know, the assistance that he need. And carve his own little niche out now. So anytime something happens, it's like, oh, that's just Kyrie or he's bugging. He's looked at, you know, differently now because of the perception, you know, perception of him, the view of him. But I think he's going to come back and fit right in. And even if he got to, you know, sacrifice his game, if you pick in the pecking order, obviously, to me, you will go Kevin Durant and then you will go Kyrie because they champions. You know, you may say, nah, Harden should be second, but he ain't the champion yet. And he hasn't proven it at all. So now you really just kind of doing what KD was accused of, is even though Brooklyn hasn't won nothing, but I'm talking about the talent level. You just really going to team up like with 2 champions, pretty much. You know what I mean? So your ride should be smooth if you play your part. So my thing is, if anybody got to sacrifice, it should be him because you're not a champion yet. You trying to get where we at. We here already. Like Kyrie with 1, and obviously Kevin Durant with 2. You know what I mean? So you got 0. So you should conform your game. But on Kyrie and all that, hopefully, you know what I mean, he get what he need to get back on the court, to ball out and, you know, compete on a high level. You know what I mean? Like he been doing. With that being said, what y'all think? Obviously, that's the topic as far as, you know, can they win without him? Should they try to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button? We live, we rolling, we real, we authentic, unscripted. That feeling on a Tuesday. Yeah, kid.